Sherdog.com here with Jim Miller, just ahead of your bout with Dustin Poirier. He's a guy that's pretty well-rounded. He's got good submissions. He's long. He knows how to strike. What do you think of him as an opponent for you?
I think he's a great opponent. You know, I enjoy these types of fights where a guy is well-rounded and aggressive because it brings out the best in me. You know, he's a guy that I've enjoyed watching over the years, and yeah, those are the fun ones, and I've had the opportunity to have a lot of those lately. So it's cool. It's a great fight, and I'm excited.
When they bring you an opponent at this point, what's the thought process? Are you looking at it as is this name going to get me closer to a title shot? You're coming up on almost a decade just in the UFC without a title shot.
You know, I had a really crappy year in 2015, and you know, it definitely kind of deflated the tires a little bit. So I'm just trying to get back on track, and I just say yes. You know, they offer me a fight, I say yes, and that's really what it comes down to. I'm not really thinking about where the fight will put me or anything like that. An opportunity to fight is an opportunity to show off my skills and to get a little momentum. So this is a fight where I'm fighting somebody that's ranked higher than me, and you know, he was on a good streak until his last fight. So it is a good fight. It is a good fight to move up in the ranks, but it's also just going to be a fun one.
Talk to me a little bit about the mindset you were in when you were thinking about retirement. What's changed since then? What was the thing that brought you back around?
My health. You know, it was tough. I had a couple really tough training camps. Just didn't feel right. Everything hurt. You know, my mind. I just couldn't really focus. And I finally figured it out, and you know, with the help of my doctor, and we got back on track. And it was the craziest part about it is it was like 5 days. It's like, all right, you know, go on this medication, and he's like, within 5 days you're gonna if you have Lyme disease, he's like, you're gonna feel 100 times better. And it seriously was like that. It was amazing, you know. So I went from probably getting in maybe 5 sessions a week for the Diego fight, just because I couldn't move, you know, and even the sessions that I was getting in were they were like warm-ups compared to what I had done before that and what I do now, you know. To going back and training like normal and getting in those sessions. And you know, I've always been the type to try to train smart and have a goal, and you know, not just go into a live session. Oh, well, I'm just going to try to be tough this session. You know, I want to improve. I want to get better. But so I still do that. I still try to train smart, but I can train like I'm supposed to again.
Do you have a 5-year plan at this point? Have you thought about when that retirement would come? Do you feel like you're self-aware enough to know that it's time for me, or is it going to take something physical that I just can't train anymore? I just physically can't do it.
I've definitely, you know, the plan isn't totally cemented. You know, it's not an exact thing, but I've been working for it for a couple years, you know, and unfortunately, I had to get rid of some people that were close to me and around me because things weren't working out. People were too short-sighted, and you know, I was looking for the long haul because I knew that fighting isn't going to last forever. And you know, unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to make enough money that I don't have to worry about it after fighting's over. So I've been trying to build other things and have a plan for it, you know, and as a provider for my family and you know, father and husband and mostly responsible person, you know, it's the right thing to do is to kind of try to juggle things right now. It's difficult. It means a lot. It means a lot, you know, doing a lot outside the gym and all that stuff, but I've gotten to do some pretty cool things, so I'm excited.
What does post-fight life look like for Jim Miller?
I don't know yet. You know, I have a gym. We've been open for about 2 years. You know, it's tough because it's like we're not in a very populated area, but you know, we still have a lot of growth potential, but that's never been my goal. You know, it's like I love it. I love the family that we have at Miller Brothers MMA. It's an amazing group of people. But I've always wanted to have like an outdoor show. I've always wanted to have a hunting show, and I don't know, man. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy, and I've had the opportunity to talk with some people that have them, and it's very similar to the way that like MMA used to be back, you know, in 2010 and stuff like that, when it was prime time for sponsors and all that stuff. There's definitely a parallel between them.
On Saturday night, Dustin Poirier, do you think that fight makes it to that final bell?
I don't think the fight makes it to the final bell. You know, I feel really good, you know, and he's dangerous and he's tough, but he's aggressive, and I feed off of that. You know, I've never been the type to kind of shy away from it and try to just point guys and stuff like that if they're coming forward. So the more aggressive he gets, the deeper he's going to be into something, and you know, I've had those 3 fights that I put in a row last year. I feel really good about them, and I got a ton of confidence coming into this one.